Hi, welcome to another Mad Chats and Recaps with myself and Tasha.
I'm here.
Lovely fall background, Tasha. I always love your
Yes.
backgrounds.
Oh,
Oh,
River has something
River,
to say about that. Right at that
River
exact moment.
agrees. River agrees that the background is
Yes.
impeccable.
Yes.
All right, so this is for recaps for the shows between October the 31st and November the 6th, or at least for the most recent ones for that week. And we'll start off, as we always do, with Monday's The Forsaken. Kazil got a visit from a very feisty dark elf who wanted her candy dish, aka her magical library, back, revealing that it was given to her by a very surprising source and someone Kazil is familiar with, Jacera Stormforge. After the brief encounter and realizing they didn't have a direct way to Trindalag to check in with John, the group decided to use their new Cubic Gate to get to Relask. Once there, they noticed things are a bit different and decide to check in with Adrian at the orphanage to see if he could get them to Trindalag. At the orphanage, things are busier, but Adrian has direct contact via portal to John's house, which is good news. But the group also find out that they have lost a year in their travel from Dim Glimt to the material plane. Once they're in Trindalag, John takes them to the Plane of Dreams, where he has an arena where 1,000 mage spirits appear, ready to fight in the war against the library when they're ready. Aside from that, John notices a stowaway. Away from the arena, the group discover Ellie, a child from the Relask orphanage, where Adrian is, who has welcomed in an aberration to the plane via portal. The group quickly disperse the aberration, much to Ellie's dismay, before rejoining John and Ellie as they exit the plane. There you go.
We're
Yes.
gonna see if we can get through this without River
It's
barking
okay.
again.
River just has a lot to say today. It's
She
fine.
does. It's been
Um,
a while.
I
It's been a
I
while.
don't believe that we should silence River. If she has something to say, they have something to say. Let them go for it. Let them go for
Well, thank you.
it.
She has left.
What happened on Wednesday's the Penumbra Assembly,
Okay.
Tasha?
Well, marched there she goes. Marched into the Emekir estate. Our adventurers have a chat with Lord Callum. Or more like Lord Callum has a chat with them.
Mm.
Sassy. Aloof and a bit mocking, the Archfey calls the ghosts in the forest a misunderstanding and says that all of the graves there have been from the last 10 years, and that the graves that say differently are a result of townspeople with varying beliefs, marking the graves of their dead kin. He calls Quinn a mistake. Okay, he's feisty too. Calls Quinn a mistake and claims that the new marriage will strengthen Lyra in the kingdom. Seeing them as a threat and a nuisance, he has the guards escort them to the basement of the estate and to a gated room. With the gate secured and the guards gone, Kasula, who had been hiding in a squirrel form in Dacos's bag, retrieves the keys that the guards haphazardly threw between the gates. Meanwhile, the group discover a gated off cove at the other side of the large chamber with an odd red glow. Just as they're getting their shackles removed, the larger gate opens and out from it steps an even larger phoenix. Kasula recognizes it as Narathana,
Mm-hmm.
Lord Callum's ex wife, before her, still unaware of who she was or what she was doing. Kasula escapes with the spell storing ring to try and locate the music box in the estate. Meanwhile, the rest work on weakening Narathana before eventually seeing her transform back to her human form. Kasula returns and Lyra's second, Satara, finds them and helps them escape, saying that she'll take them upstairs to rest and then to find Lyra in her quarters. Also, Quinn's second demiplane is now mostly destroyed, and Quinn brought into the prisons. They help him escape and bring him upstairs with them to rest until later into the night. A lot happened.
A lot happened. This is what happens when you get to the end of a season. things start going haywire.
And people get feistier and sassier.
People get feistier and
love it.
sassier. Yeah, Quinn's a mistake. Quinn was the person that ruled with Lyra. And then like 5 years ago, they had a little bit of a spat, and Quinn went to the second demi-plane. And so yeah, so her dad's now like mistake. On Saturdays in Extremis, our sky pirates settle into some downtime on the Atmos Isles. Ashavar seeks out an old contact she made at the Lonely Hearts dating event on Staffney and makes a smuggler's business proposal. Brilith, I'm just taking a moment to activate the marker like this is telling me to. Brilith skywrites for Ben, also from the Lonely Hearts dating event, and finds her way to helping Zia and Carmine seek some answers about Akrakas and the Atmos Institute for Advanced Thinkers. Sinister sets up meeting places at the bakery and the Salty Boot, putting on a musical performance to entice people into the bar and brings about the word of Shar. Ashavar joins the performance with her viol, and Charles with his drums. By the day's end, the main crew have all assembled for drinks at the Salty Boot, continuing their downtime here on Atmos.
Downtime is crucial.
Downtime is crucial. Also, Dan forgot to put in that Brilith changed deities during the session.
Oh.
Well, so I've had her like going over to like respect, like she wants to interact with the dead, chat with the dead, honor them. Like she sees honor in like the dead and ghosts and even like the undead. And I was looking at her deity, which was Sayanine, Moonbow, I think. And great, right? Like death, like she goddess of death, moonlight, blah blah blah. But then I noticed hates the undead. Like and so I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. So I had her and now she's a follower of the Pale Lady.
Ooh.
Which is something I think Dan homebrewed himself. Yeah.
That is exciting.
Exciting and also terrifying, honestly.
Yes.
Because I know that he has the possibilities in his grasp of what could possibly anyways. So yeah. We'll see. So, on the last Obsidian Scar, Tasha, what happened? Tell us.
Stuff happened. The end. I was supposed to come up with a new story because I'm tired of reading this. But I don't really have one, so I'm just going to read it again.
Okay.
So the Obsidian Scar people,
yes,
were found in the crypts of Kelenvor.
Yeah, they were
Kelenvor.
Yeah,
right? Yeah, under his great temple, which is somewhere like in the Cassadothian Pass. So they worked quickly, found their way through, got a relic Lashana required for the trade. They bargained with her for. They suspiciously escaped so easily. It was too easy with their bounty.
Like how you're just rewording everything.
I have to keep it interesting.
Yes, you're doing great.
Thank you. They parted ways and decided, you know what? Let's go back to Harasta, right?
Yeah.
And
Why not?
Why not? It's fine. But I think before that, they were like, hey, we should go shop and write and search for like mysteriously disappearing tieflings. Like, I don't know why that's a thing. Having terrible nightmares filled with blood, because why not? And the undead.
I mean, it sounds like a great time. Sounds like a typical October night.
My favorite.
Yeah, I know.
Apparently they decided more shopping was fine.
Yes.
Because who doesn't want to spend money? And somebody had chocolate cake.
I don't remember who that was, honestly.
I don't either. been too long. So here's where it gets exciting. Jules, after what feels like years of accumulating the necessary components and
it has been technically
in game. It's been years. Let's see. They were studying ancient infernal texts with Linnet. They finally cast the first spell from the Tome of Great and Terrible Powers, which, okay, it's called out for a reason, but let's cast it from it. Because it almost cost him his life. Did you not read the title of the book? But, he emerged really, really fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But there was an ever-growing, aura of dark matter. And it, surrounded him. But he developed a mind so vast, none in the Isle could ever dare rival him.
Basically, Megamind.
Yes. Megamind, which is going to only boost his ego to a ridiculous, amount that he doesn't need to deal with him anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're hoping to, recover and be safe in the Sea Ward area. The Obsidian's car crew set out. They were really super slow, but they were being safe to go back to their home base, which I think is still in Harassa. I don't know. But before they could get back to home base, they got intercepted by an airship pursuing Ileana because why not?
Yeah.
It's from the Aristelian Empire, in case any of y'all forgot.
Yes.
And that is where they left off. And I don't know what's going to happen after this. I miss them.
We're here to remind you every week about this until another episode happens. That's pretty much what we're here for. That's what what they hired us to do.
Yeah. And next time I'm going to improv something that is completely not that paragraph again.
Puppets. We can do puppets next time.
I will go make some sock puppets.
But hopefully we'll have an episode this week because we're supposed to. It's on the schedule. I know. Well, so as far as we don't have any birthdays this week that we know of, our next one's in a couple of weeks. However, I did send out a form today in the Discord. So this is on November the 7th. I sent out a form in the Discord. It's in the announcements. You can go and fill out. We're trying to build some community activities. Get some watch along parties going, maybe some gaming parties going. So just go in there, and it's just a form to fill out to see what you'd be interested in, so we can gauge interest in different things. If you have any ideas on things that we can do together as a community, and also there's a little box in there that if you have not let us know, which I didn't put in there, but if you have not let us know your birthday, to please put in your Discord name and your birthday if you want to, if you're comfortable, and that way we can update our calendar, our schedule. And as far as other things, Penumbra Assembly, we would have our merch store on our website at madbirdstreams.com. And that is now updated for international shipping. So really excited about that. Penumbra Assembly is heading into its final episodes of the first season. So I would say probably either this week or next week that'll probably be it. But it's kind of hard for me to gauge where they'll go and who they'll talk to. Tuesdays, we have a new Tuesday campaign that's starting at the end of November called Sundered Fate. It's going to be at a different time, at a time slot from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern time, just so that we can, get wrapped up a little bit sooner. But yeah, super excited about that. Tasha's going to be in that campaign. We also have a lot of new people in that campaign. Dan's DMing. And
really awesome new people, by the way.
Really awesome new people.
Them. They're great.
I'm super excited. And then also we'll have another campaign that Dan's DMing at the beginning of 2023 that'll be starting on Fridays that I'll be in. So super excited about that. And I think that that is it. We shouldn't have any campaigns off this week unless something comes up, which just stay tuned to the Discord. And
Yep.
other than that, we'll see you in Discord, we'll see you in Twitch chat, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
still does that, but that's okay. Hello. Hi. Welcome. Oh, there it is. Okay. Hi, welcome to another The Forsaken. We're so glad to have you. We have a couple of people, one person definitely out this evening, one possibly out, but they might show up at some point. We'll see. Let me turn on some music here and we'll get started. Got some relaxing piano music. Ooh la la. Doesn't sound very relaxing in the beginning, but that's okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. That's better. All right. Let me just put this down here. We got this over here. Thank you so much for the hydrates, Cookie and Trilena, if you're still around. And for the resub, Frank.
Wow.
Cookie, you can definitely drop as many hydrates as you want. I'm not sure if I'll see them, but if I see everyone start drinking at the same time, then maybe I'll catch the drift.
Or if we're in battle, we know it's not going well.
For sure. Thank you so much for the resubscribe, Jane Reedy. 19 months and 58 months for Frank. That's impressive.
Well, thank you.
All right, so let me give a summary for our last episode 121. Kazeel got a visit from a very feisty dark elf who wants her candy dish, aka her magical library, back, revealing that it was given to her by a very surprising source and someone Kazeel is familiar with, Ysera Stormforge. After the brief encounter and realizing they didn't have a direct way to Trindalag to check in with John, the group decided to use their new cubic gate to get to Relask. Once there, they noticed things are a bit different and decided to check in with Adrian at the orphanage to see if he could get them to Trindalag. At the orphanage, things are busier, but Adrian has direct contact via portal to John's house, which is good news. But the group also find out that they lost a year in their travel from Dimglint to the material plane. Once they're in Trindalag, John takes them to the Plane of Dreams, where he has an arena where 1,000 mage spirits appear, ready to fight in the war against the library when the group is ready. Aside from that, John notices a stowaway. Away from the arena, the group discover Ellie, a child from the Relask orphanage who has welcomed an aberration to the plane via portal. The group quickly disperse the aberration, much to Ellie's dismay, and rejoin John and Ellie as they exit the plane. And that's what happened last time on The Forsaken. Candy Dish was mostly, I mean, you don't know. You don't know, but I think Kazeel did this piano music is suddenly blaring. I think Kazeel didn't identify on the candy dish when he first found it and saw that it was for like a piece of the Magnificent Mansion. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's see here. Bring that up. I'm in the midst of organizing my Forsaken notes, and it is a journey. Because Stephanie just throws notes together, and now it's just, it's a lot. All right. Well, y'all, just followed John after dispersing the aberration in the Plane of Dreams in the little house that was off to the side. You get out of the house, and I think it only took like a round or a round and a half of combat. I don't think it was even that. I think it was just it wasn't even a full round. You dispersed the aberration, got out of the house, and were able to catch up with John and Ellie as they were exiting the plane. And we'll say that we'll come back as y'all are stepping through the portal and back into the upper floor of the church where John lives. John will kind of, yeah, since he was carrying Ellie, which looks probably about like a 4-year-old or a 3-year-old, maybe. Probably about a 3-year-old. Sits her on the floor and, just kind of looks back and checks on everyone. Everyone okay? Everyone good here?
Yes, we didn't have too much. Luckily, we got pretty lucky dispatching whatever that thing was.
Yeah.
I am fine.
Ellie is crying. And John will kind of look down at her and kind of kneel down to her level. Now, my little chaos, what, I know that you're upset. And she'll be like, he was my friend. I was gonna talk to him. Be like, John will kind of just shake his head at the group of you and, or Boo Boo in the background, just walking around. John will just kind of
stuff off my desk.
shake his head and, put both hands on Ellie's shoulders. I think it's about time that you get back to the orphanage. You were supposed to be on your way there, correct? It'll be okay. You'll give her like a little kind of a very loose hug and kind of pat her back a bit. Now run along and you let Adrian know exactly what happened. Okay. And so he'll open up another door there in the room and which will well no, actually that one was in the other room, so he'll be like, I'll be right back, because that was in his office. So he'll go to the office and you'll hear kind of almost like a wisp of air or a whoosh of air, and you'll hear a door close and he'll come back. Ellie not with him now. Thank you. I'm terribly sorry. She likes to sneak off, and she likes her dad, I think, or at least that's what she says, was that her dad used to, how can I say this, train aberrations of sort. He would kind of study them, not in a, I don't know, but she says that he made friends with them. So it's only a guess to us because we don't really know anything about our parents, but that's what she says. Oh, you're muted, Mason.
I know what he said.
Do we have? Does anyone have any idea who her parents were? I mean, for a very small child, she seems very powerful.
No. Unfortunately not. She's been with, I think Adrian said that she's been with the home for about 10 years. Seems elven, but she also hasn't physically aged that much, at least. Still seems rather young. But she likes to sneak around and open portals where she shouldn't be. So, again, thank you. That saved me from having to, I don't know, plop Ellie into another dimension while I fought it off, and then, that messy. So, well, what, let's see. I've given you the time device.
Thank you.
Kind of look at his watch. You hungry at all?
I suppose we could. I'm trying to remember the scenario before we were in Relask for a little bit. So
yeah, you were in Relask for a little bit, yeah. Before that, you were at the Northern Crown. No. Before that, you were at the altar.
You were at the
That's
altar.
right.
We
You
were
were
at the altar, yeah.
We had just done the heist.
Yeah.
It was the morning after we did the
It was
heist,
the
yeah.
morning after the heist because you did rest.
Well, I'm not one to say no to a meal.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's hopefully some of you are kind of looks at Juniper are dressed. Do you have a coat or anything? Juniper.
What? Why do you ask?
No reason. Here, I'll give me 1 second, and he'll kind of go into a next room and bring out a few like cloaks, and we'll give Juniper a cloak. We'll go over to Lyric's place if you don't mind. We fix some dinner over there. He usually has something going about this time. But it is one of the coldest times here in Trindaleg, so bundle up if you can. Here are some extra cloaks if you need them, and be prepared to walk through some snow. But only a few feet. Come on, let's go.
That, with a whisk, put his cloak over from one arm over the other shoulder, and
Mm-hmm.
I have. Junie's gonna float. Once we get to the snow, she's gonna float a few feet off the ground so she doesn't have to touch it.
Okay. He will, as he walks out of the room and takes the rest with you, as you're following him, he'll kind of be like, just give me a second, and he'll check the office again just to make sure that Ellie didn't come back. Great. And he'll close the door and will lead you down that huge set of stairs down to the first floor of this renovated cathedral with this huge stained glass window behind you, shining in some probably like midday, late, early evening light. So it kind of has this beautiful bluish tint to it. Below, you'll see the different little sections, and you'll walk through those as you walk out the front doors of the cathedral. And immediately stepping out, and you can kind of feel like there are fireplaces pretty much all in the cathedral that they've built and constructed. But as soon as you start like 5 feet within that front door before he even opens it, you can feel that kind of chill air hit you. And as he opens the door, some snow blows in, and you get this like blast of cold, frigid air. All right, let's go. And as you step out, there is about 4 feet of snow on the ground. But it is a pretty heavy snow, so you can almost pretty much walk on top of it. There's a little bit of sinkage, but you're not like wading through 4 feet of slush. It's probably about 50 feet. There's a little bit of a hill that you go down from the cathedral and into the town of Trindaleg. Juniper and Mason, Juniper and Zavar, not seeing this place before. It's a very small town. This is a village for the most part. You'll see a couple of signs, like I think the inn just says like inn on the hanging sign that has like snow on top of it. Everything's either not marked or very plainly named. Very small. You can see some forest kind of going off to the side, but then off to the right side as you're walking down in the middle of this kind of like the town square, to the right, you can see just horizon as it kind of goes off of a, kind of like meters off of a cliff. So you just see sky and you see some distant land masses. Visibility is okay. It's not great, but you can still see, kind of get a feel for how vast the space is around here. As you get down to, you're walking through the middle of town, you'll see a couple of people maybe like, hitting some shoes together in front of their house, and like will go in. One person will wave at John before closing a window. Everyone seems to kind of be settling in for the night, and you can some snow is falling, and you'll get to this one building that has Larrick's library, and it seems to span about 2 houses, which Asleep, you would notice all this too. I forgot that Asleep hasn't been here either. Tegan, you would notice that it looks like the space for the library is a little bit bigger than it was before, because before it was just a small house that was crammed into. Now it seems to have grown into a second house. And as you step in, immediately feel warmer stepping through the front door. And you step into this beautifully full library with all of these different books. It's not huge, but there are a couple of doors leading into different rooms with different shelves and different books and different displays. But it seems very like well taken care of and well loved, with a roaring fireplace, some chairs sitting around it. And you'll see a door in the back where this half-orc with this kind of like colorful hairstyle will kind of pop out. Oh, hey! I recognize some of these folks. John will be like, how are the cells today? And kind of start taking off his cloak, and will offer to take the cloaks off of yours as well, if you want to get them so he can hang them by the fire. Oh, okay. And there are little like warming places, little like warmed stones by the fire too, if you want to warm your feet from the cold. Please, if you want to sit down, it'll probably be like 15 minutes before dinner's ready. I'm going to go back and help Larrick really quick, and then we'll have some food. Please. And he'll kind of motion towards the chairs as he heads back, and you can hear the two of them, kind of talk amongst each other and, talk about the food. Oh, fixing that today. Great. And, you have about 15 minutes to yourself here in this space. Then as a little time slips by, or about more like 20 minutes, it's a little bit longer than what he said, John and Larrick will start bringing out some food and sitting it on this table in another room that's kind of connected onto the shop. A nice kind of big table, and they'll sit down some bowls of greens and some meat, as well as some, probably a little bit of fruit as well. And we'll start setting the table. Please, sit down, Larrick will say. He said Larrick is a half-orc, this kind of colorful hairstyle, and also this kind of almost like color splash clothing that almost looks like that he like put paint and color on it himself. Well, yes, you did. Yeah. I'm pretty sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
First thing, yeah.
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 Okay.
Sit
Just
down.
checking.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember.
Absolutely. So they'll both sit down kind of, beside each other, and we'll offer some drinks to anyone who wants anything like alcohol or just water or juice. So
Asleep will just kind of awkwardly stand unless he's explicitly told to sit down.
John will, Larrick kind of like looks at you and kind of will look over at John. John will be like, Asleep, please sit down. Is there something that you...
Okay.
Is there something that you... I'm sorry, I'm not really that familiar with Warforged. Is there something that you need or want instead of food?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, just something... If you want something, just let me know. I'm gonna try and get it down for you. Get it done for you. Yeah. So, he'll look at Kazeel. Kazeel, did your dad ever find you? Because he'll be like, what? And John will be like, yeah, he was looking for you a few months ago, I think. He said a friend recommended him to check in with me, and so he did. And I said that I had sent y'all a message, but of course, because you lost some time there during your trip from one plane to another, I didn't know where you were. And he seemed a little panicked, but I tried to assure him that you could probably take care of yourself. But yeah, I don't know where he was going after that, but he seemed like, he asked me specifically about you, didn't have any other business with me. So that's good to know. And he didn't say anything about where he was going next. No, he didn't. Okay, well, let's mark that down, I guess. How's the rest of you doing? How's travel? How's it been? It's been a while. Zavar, where are you from?
Oh, well, I'm not from too far from here. I think I have to look at the map again. I'm from. Yeah, where are we right now?
Trindalag.
Oh,
Trindalag.
we're in
On the-
Trindalag, so
Southernmost.
Continent of Victa.
Victa. So, are you
Oh,
from
no.
Osbergen?
Yeah, I'm from Osbergen, from Mulgrave.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, maybe a little ways away. But it's nice to be back on the same plane again for a change.
I imagine so. Yeah, I'm not sure I've ever been to Mulgrave. What's
Yeah,
it like?
Well, I've only ventured out, not very far from it, except for jumping planes all of a sudden. But it's nice. There's trees and hills and mostly good folk. And you can reach a few small villages here or there. So it's pretty cozy.
Nice. Oh, that's good. It's nice to grow up in places like that.
I was very fortunate. I grew up in a monastery with orphans, and I was taken very well taken care of. So anytime I know of orphans or orphanages, I definitely get my interest.
Good. Yeah. Did you talk with Adrian at all?
Only slightly. We were moving along, I believe, but definitely expressed my gratitude for the work that they do.
Yeah, Adrian's a good person. Really takes care of those kids. I've as you've seen with the portal, we've kind of built a bit of a working relationship, I guess. He sends, I have a little bit more magical knowledge than he does, and most of his kids are mages, so he sends them over here, and I give them some training in what I can, and then send them back. Sometimes I go over there and teach here and there if he wants me to, but
That sounds like a lot of work. I did not grow up with hardly any magic sensitive children, so mostly we studied, we worked hard, and we played. That was about it. I can't imagine how much more extra work it would be trying to keep track of young mages. That might be pretty scary.
yeah, mages have always been a kind of a sore topic with Osbergen.
Hmm.
They, when they're not fighting them, they're controlling them or trying to control them. And now it's, the way they understand, it's kind of a mage, and they're trying to take it back. But I don't think that it's the right mages taking it back.
Hmm.
You have the what was it that they called themselves? I can't quite remember. The Anthology. That's the mage group that roam around there.
Hmm.
Kind of taken over the guard's position in the land. So I've heard.
I'm not sure I know of this.
Oh, it just happened in the past year. So, of course you wouldn't know.
Ah, no, especially since. Never mind. Yes, that's fascinating.
Not anthropology.
So I hear you have drink available.
Yeah. He'll, put it over to a cart, and they're like, "Oh, let me get you some." He'll go over, and they have pretty much hard liquor, lighter liquor, coffee if you want it.
Zafar basically just. I'm standing up, looking at the card, like, what I don't mean to be rude, but
Sure.
I would be happy to sample if you don't mind. I'm very interested in what you have available.
Lyric leans in. "Oh, of course, yes. Take what you want. We have
yes.
plenty. It's fine."
Thank you. I'm very excited. I will give you my best impressions of each of your spirits.
Oh, good. Yeah, we get him from someone that does them down here in the village. I think I forgot. Let me go and put the close sign on the shop just in case. I usually don't get visitors, at this time of day, but he's kind of talking to you as he's going around the corner, flipping over the close sign. You can hear it, and a little jingle, and he'll walk in there and sit back down. Food is, let me see how they did. Oh.
Oh, jeez.
So
That's not good.
It ain't no 5 gold chicken.
it's good, it's not unedible, but there are definitely a little bit of burnt places here and there, but it's food, and it's edible, and it tastes okay. But it
Sounds like
definitely
Zafar's going to be
was
drinking
amazing.
mostly.
Asleep the whole time is just kind of. He's just looking around, taking everything in. Is there anything super interesting that catches Asleep's eye sensors?
In this room, I won't make you roll a perception check, because in this room it's just a very kind of homey room. Like, you have a fireplace, a smaller fireplace than the one that's in the other room. There are some more shelves of books in here, as well as a desk that looks like it has some bookkeeping stuff on it. This looks like part of the house, part of a house that's connected to the business. Nothing really out of the ordinary that you wouldn't see in a regular house, no. You would see
Okay.
an easel that's covered.
Okay.
Yeah, so they'll sit back down. John will look at you, Juniper. Juniper, right? So,
Right.
what brought you to this group?
Well, an accident. I'm from Davenport. I'm not from Denblemt. Yeah. I'm not really from anywhere now. But I don't know that I've ever been anywhere like this. But, I mean, obviously, I'm not really dressed for any of this.
Oh,
I belong in a ship, not in.
you mean the
not in
snow?
whatever this is. Yeah. No thanks. Yeah.
This
Davenport.
is-
It's to the
Mhm.
west, I believe. I think she's gonna pull out her map.
Davenport. You point at it on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all almost. We're almost parallel. It's that way. She just probably points the wrong direction. Oh, okay. I really appreciate these fires.
Of course.
But Tegan and Kazeel and Renarius, they've all been here before. You all know each other somehow.
Oh, yeah. Kazil will say, yes, we met over in Rolesk first.
Okay.
And John will kind of chuckle. They met me when I was pretending to be a god.
Sounds more like up Kazeel's alley. Okay, that's I don't think I've heard this story. And she just sort of settles in, crosses her hooves.
Well,
But if we don't have that kind of time, I understand. I just
Kazil will kind of look confusedly at you, Tegan. And kind of look at John. John, I don't remember that. I don't remember you, I don't remember the story. And John will be like, well, Lyric will kind of like lean over and look at John very interested and curious. And Lyric will be like, John, are you okay? John will just kind of like, kind of furrow his brow. I don't remember the story myself. That's weird. Kazil will speak up. No, John, don't you? We met in Rolesk, but you were just, we got a lead about, or you were looking at us about the time devices. You heard us talking about them. That was it, right? Yeah. I kind of look at you, Juniper. I'm sorry, Juniper. I must have been thinking about some other thing. Sorry.
I understand. It's it happens, and sometimes those thoughts just like right in there, and you have no control over it. She just kind of glares off into the distance. I'm sure there's an explanation. It probably, like Zvar, maybe just one too many drinks. It's okay.
Probably.
It doesn't matter how you all know each other. We're here, right? And you've done us a great favor by letting us stay here and helping us with the device.
Yeah. I'm glad to help. And I'm glad that you and Zavar are here with the group. You seem like a good fit.
Well, give it time.
And kind of look at you asleep. Asleep? What's your
Yes.
story?
They found me in the ruins of a dwarven city called Die Cutter that fell from the sky. Then they turned me on. And then I followed them to the Northern Crown,
Wow.
where I was awakened. And I became asleep.
Lyric will
Yes.
chuckle.
Juniper
Wow.
and Kazeel are my magic parents.
Uh,
They're kind of like
What's
between
one of those-
Juniper and Kazeel.
yeah.
I'm sorry. And Lyric will kind
I'm
of like
sorry, I
choke
wasn't
on his
supposed to say
food,
that.
like.
They
It's
are
one
in
of-
a rough patch.
It's one of those stories I wish we could forget too. Exactly all the details, but we're just thankful he's here now.
Yeah, that sounds exciting. Asleep. What do you hope to accomplish asleep? What do you want to do?
Save the planes. Save the world.
That's a doable task, friend. Lyric Beck. Oh, I just remembered what I thought of when I saw you asleep. Do you like to read? Can you read?
Yes. I can't read, right? I've read.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, okay.
Nika would have taught you how to.
Yeah.
Great. So Lyric will quickly excitedly get up and like run into the next room where like the shop is, and like you'll hear a couple of books hit the ground, and John will be like, "All right, Lyric, are you I got it. I'm fine." And he'll kind of come like, kind of hurrying back in, and will hand you a book asleep that is titled Warforged and Other Tales. And like Warforged is like 2 words. And you
Thank
flip
you.
through it, and it's just it looks like a lot of different stories about Warforged. Mostly fictional stories, but there are a couple of like historical fiction ones in there. I hope you enjoy. It's one of the few that I've ever seen about Warforged. I have a couple of other copies, but you should take it. I think we found it in the ruins. John brought me some back from somewhere.
He sleeps he's just reading now.
Oh.
It's just
Don't forget your new bookmark.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The one
the
that
bookmark
Kazeel
is for
got
my
you.
notebook.
Oh, it's only for.
Do you have other bookmarks?
Oh, not yet. They might. She's look at her backpack.
Lyric Buck, you know what? And he'll kind of like turn over to his desk and like, grab something, and will give you this beautiful multicolored fabric bookmark.
Gasp.
Oh. You're welcome to sleep. And he'll kind of dig back into his mashed potatoes. I don't know. John
Burnt
will
mashed potatoes.
Yes. Well, they're a little dry with the mashed potatoes. They're a little dry. The mashed potato instant flakes didn't quite get stirred in.
Oh, they're
enough.
just
Yeah.
they're just flakes still.
Well, it's not just flakes still, but you can taste a flake here and there that wasn't quite mixed in with the rest. I've not like I grew up on boxed mashed potatoes or anything. It's fine. John will look at you, Tegan. Tegan, how are you doing? Seems like there's been a lot of changes since the last time I saw you.
Doing our, I mean, we're gathering ourselves. I mean, it was a harrowing time in Demglimpft, and at least now I think we have more of a purpose and at least an idea of how we can stop this from happening.
Yeah.
The library's been doing some incredibly evil things. The city where we found asleep was literally dropped. They've been dropping cities, uprooting them and dropping cities on the Northern Crown. They seem they can't access the Northern Crown due to a giant I
Golem.
forget. Golem, thank you. I
Yeah.
couldn't think of the term. That is defending the Northern Crown. That is linked somehow to the ancestors of the library, the creators. And I'll nod to Agnes and Zatar.
It's terrifying.
Indeed, it is outrageous, and I can't imagine what it'd be like. Quick, out of character, Steph.
Yes.
Do we have any memory of his sister?
He probably mentioned her when you talked to him before, but he would have mentioned her along with his parents, that she lived, that she was back at the Riverland Empire with his parents. But you don't have any memory of meeting her, no.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, I mean, we'll move on. We'll track down these artifacts, and then, once we have them secured, I imagine then we'll start making plans for a siege of where they, I don't know, depending on what we find out as we go along, to, assault where they're planning on reviving the Great One, which is Sethrin. It seems. Go ahead. Yeah. How do you put how? Yes, that's where we have been told. And I'll again.
Look over at Lyric, and Lyric will just kind of like, that's something that Ellie has mentioned before.
Really?
Yes. She's yeah.
It seems that Demglimpft doesn't have too much longer to exist. Whatever they've been doing to try to get the Great One awakened.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you, Frank.
I know. I saw that
over here.
That's not right. Mason's right there.
Chessman.
I was close.
No, my train's totally gone.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Demglimpft.
Yeah.
It's collapsing. That's why they're moving their operations to Osbergen. Whatever they've been doing, causing these rifts in desperation, is causing chaos in Demglimpft. I don't know how many people in Demglimpft know it. The Northern Crown seems to be aware.
Feels like they're causing chaos here too. Especially
I'm
if
sure.
these mages are with them. Which I assume that they are. Um,
Oh, this anthology.
yes. Yeah, that's what I believe that they call themselves. They all have the same marking on their chest, on their outfits. Dark gray, usually. It's, just like, it's very plain. I think it was something like 9 blocks. Like three rows of 3 blocks. So 9 total. And then the center one is a door.
I've seen that before.
Yeah,
I believe it's the symbol for the library.
yeah, Victa is nothing but these weird rifts now that popped up. I mean, not nothing but, Lyric starts to, like, correct him. It's still Victa, there are still towns and stuff, but it's very difficult to get around now in the past year because of these openings. I mean, granted, there's not a lot of cities in Victa, but it just makes it more difficult, so I've heard. I don't know the purpose of that, but I don't know. I felt very uneasy the past year. And now I see why. Seems like they're trying to suck the life out of everything just for this god.
Yeah, it appears they're almost in panic mode.
Oh. If
In
there's
desperation.
anything I can do to help besides time device. I mean, of course, I have the spirits besides them too. If there's anything else that I can do, just let me know.
Well, considering, I guess, time being of the essence, that your portal room will be invaluable in getting us around.
Any time you need anytime you need to get here, absolutely can. There's a transportation circle in the back here. City didn't have one, but I put one in. And he'll write down the coordinates for that and give to Rhaenyra. Here. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, feel free to come through anytime. Lyric knows who you are. And just come hungry if you want to. Always got food. And it's not usually this burnt. Lyric will, like, hit him on the shoulder.
I think the food is delicious.
They both kind of look at you. Lyric will be like, thank you, Leslie. I appreciate it. And...
Is there... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to... I mean, obviously, we're all, like, a little uncoordinated because of the time difference, and so, you know, some of these questions might seem odd to you.
Sure.
Where do this anthology, do they seem to be concentrated anywhere, or are they all over Osbergen?
They pretty much have roamers that go all over. The continent, so I'm aware. I mean, I don't have enough eyes in the continent. I'm not there enough to be able to know if there's any specific place they're not around. There are, I think, certain places that try to guard against them. I mean, definitely don't go near Fairweather if you're wanting to avoid them. Zhalfir, I think they kind of stay away from Zhalfir a bit. Zhalfir, I think, has kind of become a rival of Fairweather. And there's some strong magic users there, as far as I know. They have a college there, so I would assume that with the college usually comes strong magic users. I guess, Relesk, Adrian's told me that the ruler there doesn't really abide them being in the city. And I know that they're not too much around my father's kingdom, the Riverland Empire. I think that they've tried to work with him, but he's on the fence about it.
Okay.
But it's difficult because, as my father's told me, they've made themselves seem like the heroes of Osbergen because they got rid of the bugbears. For the most part, there's a small clan in the Riverland Empire that stays on the outskirts that defaulted from the army, but for the most part, they've mostly disappeared. No one really knows how, or I know my father got I think a good shipment of some pelts, so they've obviously, some have been killed, but but
it would seem that the library is just taking credit for getting rid of the bugbears, where it's just may not even be related at all.
I don't know, Tegan. I don't know. If it was their doing, I feel like that they've not been diplomatic about it. Maybe that's what the bugbears deserved, but because they definitely weren't diplomatic themselves, I understand. No. But it's almost, from what I've heard, they either find some dead bodies, but there hasn't been enough to constitute for how many of them were flooding the southern part of Osbergen at one time. And
okay,
the rest are just kind of gone.
Interesting.
I said, if you're interested, and we at some point make it over to Riverland Empire, as I said, they have a small little area of the town on the outskirts that they've allowed some of them to live in. Of course, under very strict watch, but they're free to come and go.
It might be worth talking to find.
Maybe.
They might have been an unwitting, or maybe a willing partner with the library in causing chaos.
Yeah, I haven't made it over there to talk to them myself, and my father and mother seem to be too busy to really make small talk, so they just care that they're not killing in the streets, or and as long as they're behaving, they're okay to be where they are. Yeah.
Yeah, we might have to go back to Verlesk. Um, According to what we know, there's an artifact there, and I think
Oh.
the current mayor ruler of Verlesk might be unaware of what they have, or they could be aware. I don't know.
Yeah. I haven't met them myself, but and neither really is Adrian. But talk seems to lead that people at least respect them. So, a little curious at the no magic use in the city, but I think people in there, just want to be safe. So,
That's an understandable reaction for sure. Do you would happen to know who was running things at Baron?
no. I don't think that they have a ruler in Baron. The last I heard, and this was before the mages from forgot my own words. The library mages, I'll just say. Before they started roaming around. This was before then, so it was a few months ago, maybe close to a year ago. It was rogue mages. Those who had survived or wanted to kind of create a safe place for mages there in the ruins, amongst the ruins of a place that wasn't safe for mages. So they've kind of built their own little gathering city of sorts. They don't seem like the ruler type, but if there is a ruler, I don't know of them.
Okay. Well,
Lyric will start clearing up some of the table. Thank you. No, give a little kiss on his cheek. So, you know what I think that we all need?
what's that?
A hot spring.
Oh, it's been a while. I remember.
What? Hot water? Hot
Oh, yeah.
water?
We have a great... Lyric will be like, did I hear someone say hot spring? Are we going? I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Forsaken slowly puts back a mechanical spring he had pulled out of his chest.
Oh, no.
Asleep, I don't think you can get into water, but you can join or you can stay here and read if you want. I believe they have some saunas if that's more your style. No water.
I don't know.
Why don't you come and just check it out? And then if you don't like it, you can come back here.
Okay.
All right. He'll start handing out the cloaks again. But here, he will also hand out some like snowshoes as well, that people can strap on with adjustable straps. And that way that you can kind of let you walk on top of the snow. Is anyone staying behind? Okay.
No.
I'd say that Renarius and Kazil would definitely go. And as by the time that you exit the house, it is getting evening, getting dark, but there are some like gaslit street lamps, along the road. Probably more like torches here than street lamps. The sauna building is probably about a good like 10-minute walk, because I think it was pretty much down the ways a bit. But you pass several houses. You pass like this area for woodworking that they have set up. And then you'll come upon this stone building that has this wonderful kind of outdoor hot spring. Has a few of them kind of together in this one area. And inside, you'll also find indoor hot springs as well as a couple of saunas. Please enjoy. John will strip naked and get into one of the hot springs. As I said, it's dark outside. There's not really any lanterns around the hot springs, but you can see the moon out, so you have some moonlight on the area. Lyric will strip down as well and get into the hot spring and kind of hang his clothes on like this little hook. But there are ropes inside as well, if you want to use those. But there's no one else here, just the group of you.
All right, yeah, taking off. Find some place to put all this stuff.
Asleep will take off his rope belt and his girdle.
Nice.
What's Asleep doing?
Asleep doesn't know what to do, so he's gonna, I don't know. He's gonna just walk into the water.
Okay.
He's just gonna wait and see what happens.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
I think he has a swimming speed like every other
Yeah.
species, so there's nothing that says he's
Okay.
not waterproof.
Sure.
I don't know.
Junior's gonna
Sure.
like rotate Kazeel so he's got an eye on Asleep. Like,
I imagine he probably doesn't float, but
Right.
he turns into
Yeah.
a boat.
I would say you don't.
oh no.
You don't feel anything immediately happening when you get into the water. John and Lyric will both be like, "Oh, okay. Is this fine? You seem okay. You feeling okay? Asleep?"
I feel the same.
Okay. And John and Lyric are kind of sitting beside each other.
Just like cupping water in my hands and watching it like strain through.
Oh.
What is the point of this?
Well, Lyric kind of leans forward. Well, Asleep, it's kind of, we sometimes do it. You get into water for feeling like we need a bath, if we need to get some dirt off of us. This is more just to kind of relax and stay warm when it's freezing outside.
You're patting the water. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. He's like just like a little light splashing. Just he doesn't know what this is.
I love it.
So relax. Can you
I
relax?
am relaxed.
Oh, okay. Are you just standing there asleep, like not? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just.
Of course.
Yeah.
How deep is it if I'm standing?
Standing. I mean, it's probably like 3 feet deep standing. 4. We'll say 4
Oh.
feet deep standing.
Okay, never mind. He'll see that John and Lyric kind of like have sat down, so he'll just like
Yeah. There you go. Now lean back. Put your arms down. And just relax. You can see some stars above starting to appear asleep. How does that feel?
the same.
Okay.
I don't know. Does it actually feel the same?
You don't feel anything. You don't feel any
Okay.
like
No.
yeah, you don't I mean you can feel the heat of the water, I'm sure. A little bit, but you can't
I am taking fire damage. No.
it doesn't really feel like it's a different feeling than like a humanoid feeling water, I'm sure. It probably feels more like you just have like a weight around, like you're not like a weight, like a heavy weight, but just like
Yeah.
that there's stuff, like almost like a blanket around you.
Unfortunate asleep. It's a mixed blessing, really. You don't get to feel the extreme cold that we feel, but also you don't get to feel the relaxing warmth that we get when we get into a hot spring.
I mean, Lyric will be like, splashing's fun too.
Oh my goodness.
And as you do that,
Mm.
the water actually freezes a bit as it leaves the pool, and you'll hear little like pellets hit the ground outside of the spring.
I have attained ice magic.
It's very, very good.
Lyric will be like, watch this asleep, and will go underwater, like put his head underwater, and will come up, and his hair will
Lyric
freeze.
is drowning.
His hair will freeze, kind of like up, and kind of in this weird way. John will laugh. You see, it's fine. He'll kind of like hit it, and it will kind of like have little ice crystals in it. We'll kind of go back to how it was.
Nice.
You just like slowly just like see like the just like it'll just like sleep will just like slowly go under the water,
Uh-huh.
come back up.
And coming back up, you can feel like a bit of like the water suddenly feels very different on you.
Just like if
And anyone else looking
look like a
at
popsicle.
him. Yeah, anyone else looking at
Mhm.
him, you can see like froze, like kind of like this like not really like frozen, but like, you know, this frosty
Released a layer.
water. Yeah.
I would say his little pilot light at the top of his head would just come on automatically with that going. It just kind of melt
Perfect.
like a candle.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Is Zavar getting in? Does Zavar get in? And Juniper?
Oh man! As soon as I saw that, it's like, robes off, pants off, everything's
yeah.
off. Just
Yeah.
just tossing it on the ground, just walking right out of it.
Great.
Whoosh.
Great. Juniper?
Yeah.
I mean, I know.
But keeping my bottle with me.
So I
Of
would
course.
say Kazil would
course.
definitely strip down
Oh.
and get in.
That's what this is for.
As well
Yep.
as probably Ingot. I'm gonna say that Agnes probably stayed back at the library, or the bookshop. I mean, and Zatara, she might have stayed back at the bookshop as well to kind of read a bit and have some chill time. But Ingot definitely strips down. Renarius, no. Renarius would probably like maybe roll up his pants and like put his feet in or something. I could imagine him doing that. So Juniper, are you getting in?
It's water. It's hot. Yeah, she's in.
Okay.
She's in,
All right.
and she's just only like disappointed that she was slower than the VAR. So she had to watch the disrobing happen,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
jumped in. Probably did a little cannonball right behind him. Just
Oh
Mhm.
Jesus. Okay. Again, a little splash of
It's
ice
3
crystals.
feet tall.
yeah, sweet, but she's tiny.
Yeah,
Very small. Oh yeah,
splash
she's,
of
she's
ice crystals. You come up out of the
up to-
water and your hair's a little kind of
Yeah.
frozen a
Oh.
bit.
Did Blackberry jump in too?
oh, I would think he would. He's just
Yeah.
little.
There's a dead rat
Oh.
at the pool.
No.
Blackberry will get out of the spring at the very edge and be like kind of like a frozen squirrel for a second, and then like shake it off, and ice
Aw.
crystals go everywhere.
Oh,
Oh, hey, Renarius, you got any of those underwater spells handy?
underwater breathing.
I feel like we're probably already.
I
How
mean,
long has it been since we did the plane travel? Because
he
he probably would have
usually
already
does
casted
that.
it.
Mhm.
He probably would have
So-
already cast it.
is it cast?
Yeah,
And-
I think we would have
Before we
already
did the plane
cast it.
travel,
Yeah,
so-
so I would
Yeah.
say that you
Okay,
would
cool.
cast it. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll definitely put my hand underwater. wait and see if
Okay.
if I feel like I'm drowning.
No.
Nope,
Oh,
I'm
wow.
good.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like completely just stay under the water for a little while and just have that full hot water soaking,
Okay.
and then just kind of float up a little bit.
Okay.
Ah,
Yeah.
survive.
Do you float up
Just gotta,
head
like, flip 'em
first
over.
or like torso first?
I mean,
them over.
I'd be like, head out of the water first. But yeah, if you flip me over, I can
The-
still breathe, so that's
yeah, no,
fine.
it's there.
I'm like,
Okay.
"Yeah,
Right.
okay, now this way.
So you just see this ass
Oh, yeah,
up,
hold on.
sticking up out of the water.
Yes. Yeah. Ah. Where are you holding your bottle exactly? In one hand? What's going on here?
I mean, it's stoppered, so it's like, yeah, it's always in one hand.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
imagine he has like a little safety line, and it always kind of floats.
Nice.
Yes,
It's like a
Yes.
surfboard. It's like a
Oh,
surfboard safety
I don't-
line.
Mhm.
I'd never lose it. Of
No.
course I would. Of course. Yes. Just wrap it right around. Mhm.
John be like, "Oh, I almost forgot." He'll kind of turn around and get like out of a bag that he brought with him this thermos, and we'll get little cups, and it'll be like, "Do you like some hard cider? Hot hard cider?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop
He'll-
floating.
He'll
Come back.
pour for anyone who wants to drink. And John will raise up a glass.
Oh, I need another one.
He'll pour you some more.
Okay.
To good friends and to defeating this son of a bitch of a library.
Here, here.
Son of a bitch.
I need another one. I just spit that out.
Hanging around your dad too much.
Dad?
Kazeel? Daddy?
Oh no.
Daddy? I'm sorry. Daddy? Daddy? I'm
She's
sorry.
Never
just
mind.
trying
Daddy?
to drown herself, but underwater breathing
Never
keeps
mind.
kicking in.
Doesn't work.
so
Everything.
Yep. Can't drown.
Not working.
John will kind of look around at all of you, and so what do you plan to do next? What's your next steps, do you think?
Mm.
You leave here, possibly go back to Relask.
Which way is Relask again?
Yeah, whatever you want to do, Jonathan. Whenever. Which way's Relask again?
Mhm.
Oh, Relask is up in Nosbergen, Juniper.
Okay. North.
It's almost the other the other end of the continent. It's
Oh no. Okay.
yeah.
Well, how?
No.
I mean, maybe I am deferring to Tegan and Kazeel on this one. I'm just here for the ride, but as long as we don't have to walk, I'm fine. So hopefully, there's a faster way.
John will
I
look
certainly
at...
hope.
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Savar.
I certainly hope we can go to Relask. It is not very far from Mulgrave, and I have not been there. Well, it feels like a few weeks, but apparently it's been a year. And what?
Sorry.
I don't like it when you do that. That makes me worried. It has been a long time, and I'm sure that there's a few people that I would really appreciate making contact to again. Since we should be in the neighborhood, but we do have important people to contact and get things rolling, as it were.
Yeah, I think,
Sorry, go ahead.
Relask certainly right now I think offers the path of least resistance. All we have to do is talk to the town leader, and hopefully maybe they don't even know about the significance of the device they have.
be.
Maybe they do, but it sounds like they're at least aligned somewhat with our thinking, so it might not be too difficult to enlist their support even.
So far, we have not had any resistance since we've been able to find devices that were kept safe by our friends and acquaintances. So maybe our same luck will continue with us.
Yeah. Possibly. I hope so.
Hmm.
I had something in my head. Oh, I was gonna ask out of character. Savar, you're gonna have to. Where do I have Mulgrave marked on your calendar? On your calendar, Stephanie? On your map?
Let me check the dates. I've got it just south of Relesk.
Okay. All right. I was looking at something different. Okay. I might have to have you share that with me.
Certainly.
I think I might. Well, actually, wait a minute. I might have it somewhere else.
Yeah, I've got the Osbergen map that you had sent me at some point.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I should have it here. Give me 1 second. Let me just see if I can pull this up. Now I have a map here that might have more things on it than what I'm showing. On this other map I have. Too many maps.
Too many maps.
Is it this one?
Many
Nope.
maps, too many maps.
I realized. Oh wait a minute. Updated for players. Okay, I see. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly that's what I was thinking about. That's what I thought of. Okay. All right. Perfect. Right? Because they went. Oh yeah, because they went around here, and they passed. Okay. All right. That's what I thought it was. Okay. Cool. Weren't we all just there? What? Relesk? Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where the orphanage was.
Right,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
Adrian and
We just
Wait, that's where we were?
Yeah.
that's where we were.
Oh, I got turned around then.
Yeah, me too. Okay. I
It
remember
was sort of
Adrian.
like let's get with John first before. Yeah, that's what we decided. Let's get with John first before we.
Okay. So Adrian had all the.
Yes, Adrian. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Sorry, it's been like 3 months in my head.
So we're literally gonna go right back to where we just came from.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So just as a door. A door?
Just a door.
That's it.
It's just a door.
Ah, this hot spring is making everything better. Just a door. I don't have to walk for a week in the snow.
No.
Ah. Even 2 hours. That's great. Okay, so we know. So John in Adrian in Relesk
Adrian and
else?
all the orphans and
and
Ellie.
all the orphans.
Ellie
and-
just walked back to Relesk through the portal.
Mhm.
Okay, and Ellie, the little girl with the monster friend, ex-friend, I guess.
Yeah, ex-friend.
She just kind of looks at Renarius, and then we did just out of character. I'm really sorry. We
You're
didn't
okay.
know that Adrian had a time device, or we did, but we wanted to go to John first.
Well, no, Adrian doesn't have it. The leader, the mayor of Relesk.
Okay.
Well, we don't know if the mayor has it. We
Yeah.
know.
So
We
you
know
know
there's
that
a
you
time
know
device in Relesk.
there's one in Relesk. They know that the last time that they were here, they had the one that they made that actually works
Oh right. It's
there
like episode 10.
at the well,
Okay.
not 10, but it was pretty early. Yeah. And it was at the mayor's office the last time that they know.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm just catching a girl up
Sure.
there. Okay. Oh, thank you. Map. Okay. That doesn't. I mean, I'm with Tegan on this one. Path of least resistance as a door, and we already know that it was there at one point. So it's not on another plane, and there's not an army between. Well, there might be, but we're going through a door, so it won't matter.
So, this is Jonathan. I was distracted with something
Hello,
else.
Jonathan.
So we're going to Relask to try to find the Relask time device. Is that the goal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure.
Oh, that's it's good to have a plan. Yeah, just make sure that you're one step ahead of yourselves. I mean, that you have things
That's good to say.
always. It's always good, and Lyra kind of look at him, kind of like, it's always good to plan out what you want to do next. Have an idea. That
Indeed.
way, should something unexpected happen, you know how to respond.
John,
Yes, asleep.
where is Nuxvar?
Nexvar?
Yes, it is Invicta, right?
Yeah. I think it's in the southeast part of the continent.
So not close.
No, not close.
Never mind.
What do
Oh.
you... Lyra could be like, you know, in Nexbar, kind of an out-of-the-way city?
Oh, I don't know. I just know there is a Warforged there that I am
Oh.
connected to.
Oh. Trying to be like, you're on a network of Warforged?
Yes,
Okay.
or was. My
What-
knowledge might be outdated by a year.
Oh. I guess that would kind of throw things into a spin. Well, I have no answer for you. Nexvar would probably be with the rifts and no good way around them. You'd probably need either to sail there, which would most likely be, a 2-week journey, probably.
We
Um,
have the time. Let's go.
Lyric would be like, probably like a week and a half, but then you'll end up having to hike for about probably a week as well
Sounds fun.
through the snow.
I won't reach out through network. It will be surprise. How much fun.
And you'll probably also need something to fly on because you'll need to fly over the rifts. Unless you try to take a boat through them, but then I don't know. That's a little risky.
Challenges only make us stronger.
Do we have a carpet?
Actually, we do. Because Eel
Yeah.
technically has it.
Right?
I think.
Yeah.
We've got a magic
Gerbil
flying
had
carpet
it.
of some kind.
I have the carpet,
You
but
never-
it can't carry all of us. Only carry a
That's right.
couple, 2 or 3 of us, I think. Maybe more. I don't remember.
It was the largest size.
But I
Seems like
don't.
Gerbil's old thing.
I know it's not going to carry 9 of us, for sure.
Hmm.
Maybe not even.
We will
6
draw
of us.
straws.
Asleep, perhaps. Maybe try when we arrive. Once we get to Relest, maybe you could try to reestablish connection with the members of your network and update their current locations and statuses. That would probably be a great idea.
Okay.
Because, as you pointed out, the last reference point we have is probably a year old.
Yeah, that's true. Well, getting a little tired. Are we ready to go back? Anyone want to stay here or?
No, although I can easily understand how one could probably spend a few hours in this hot spring.
Yeah, you've been here for like an hour, so yeah.
Being in the hot spring is the easy part. Getting out is the tough part.
Yes, that's true.
All of your hands have seemed to age.
Oh, it's just the effect of
Not only age,
water.
but also frozen. Yeah, I would say that John would probably do some kind of magic to kind of get a little warmth, like when you're getting back into your cloaks and your clothes, so that it's not like a direct like going from the hot water to the open, freezing, frigid air.
Sake of flame.
Fireball.
Renarius, smudge a fireball.
Sets the
Spiderweb's
building on
fireball.
fire. John will kind of turn after everyone's clothes and starting to walk back. You're more than welcome to got plenty of room at the cathedral and some bed rolls if you want to sleep there for the night. Otherwise, other than trying to find some place in Relask to sleep.
I don't know what seems to make sense. You know what? At least Tegan, I mean, saying just from my thought, I would feel bad to infringe upon Adrian's hospitality with all the things they have going. So maybe
Yeah.
staying here the night, and then
Okay.
first thing in the morning.
All right. And I'll reach out to Adrian and let him know that you'll be there in the morning. Yeah. All right. Let's head back to the cathedral then. Lyric will head over. Yep. Got it. Lyric will head over to get your other friends and bring them over to the cathedral as well. So I'll take you over there. It's a good 20-minute walk. You have the snowshoes, you have the cloaks that seem extra warm, maybe even more warm than they should be. You get to the cathedral and John will start laying out some bedrolls and you can start getting settled in for the night. And that's where we'll take our bio break. So for those watching, we'll take a 10-minute bio break, so stay tuned and we will be right back. Look at that smooth transition. Oh.
So good.
Good. So
Na,
good.
na, 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 na. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, looks great. Ah,
6 feet by 9 feet.
Oh, we have anyone
mean-
still in here from the Girls Run the World? Ray, thank you so much. We appreciate y'all.
yeah.
Looks like there's not double music.
Double music.
Crosswords of all the cities to this name of this campaign.
No, none of us could do it, Steph. None of us could do it.
would never be sung.
You know Nuxbar? Everyone loves Nuxbar.
Yeah,
Let's go
yeah.
Nuxbar.
Where? Never mind.
I was just looking at the Woodward Network list,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and I was trying to see if there was one in Burlesque, because I saw that there's one that says Nuxbar Victa. I was like, hey, it's the only time we're gonna be in Victa. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's what I asked.
you're on the outskirts, like the very, very outskirts of Victa.
That's what a war was. Wait. How did the Warford Union like it's part of Mickey's thing,
Uh-huh.
but we never actually asked how the network was set up, did we?
Nope.
No.
So it's who knows? Okay.
No?
Cool. Cool.
Movies. Okay. My nose is getting stuffed up. It's not time for
Okay, I'm sorry.
Doing coffee?
Decaf. I'll take
Okay.
decaf. Yeah. Coffee, a half coffee. Boo Boo's passed out on the rug in here.
Of course.
Yeah, he's like, Auntie, well, you and Mason both have the doors closed, so he has nowhere else to go.
That's-
He likes to hang out with me, so he's like, okay. Nowhere else to go. Poor buddy.
I didn't realize that my mic wasn't muted.
That's fine.
But don't y'all agree you can never have too much coffee creamer?
Yeah, as long as you keep it fresh.
I'm more of a half and
Oh man, Jonathan, my your likability just went up from here to just a slightly.
Just because I
little bit
do
lower.
half and half instead of
I'm
just
kidding.
like
I'm
creamer.
kidding.
Actually,
I'm
yeah.
kidding.
I mean, I used to do like French vanilla creamer, but I just got tired of it.
There's so many more flavors now,
It's
Jonathan.
well, but he also has to do sugar free.
I get the
Oh, that's
flavor.
right.
Well, I mean,
That's all.
I do like. I mean, I get all my flavor from like this giant bottle of sugar-free mocha syrup that I put in everything.
What?
So,
Sounds good though.
Mocha
yeah,
syrup?
there's this cup. There's this.
Jonathan, you have to share.
There's this company called Skinny Syrups,
Oh,
They
give
just
me the
make
give me the
sugar-free.
skinny syrup.
and like the mocha is like so sweet. It's like I don't need to add
Oh.
Splenda or anything.
It just tastes like mocha. Like it tastes like chocolate.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, like tastes
You
like
gonna
mocha.
you gonna share a link to anything?
What,
I
Like,
like
can. Yeah, it's on
Banoffee,
Amazon.
banoffee pie? Banoff?
what?
I don't know. It's something called banoffee pie flavor.
I buy it. I buy it so much from Amazon that my like Alexa will remind me every few months. Be like, it is time to order more skinny syrup. It's like leave me alone. Jordan's skinny syrup. That's what
But also, yes. Okay.
Yeah, share those
this
links,
is what I
Jonathan.
get.
Oh,
Right.
what a link!
I will say.
Purchase 7 times. Last
Oh,
purchase
wow.
August 30th.
Mocha. Okay.
Cool.
All
What?
right.
Usually shipped within 1 to 2 months. Okay,
What?
they messed up. They're
Yep.
normally I probably 2 days.
Bless you, housemate. Heard that through the wall.
Now make sure I don't have any snot in my hair. Excuse me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just wait, what?
The
Just for
sympathetic puker over here. Appreciate that. Pumpkin caramel sugar-free flavored
Look.
syrup.
When you have long hair, like it's sometimes it happens. Oh, they have vanilla bean. Have you tried any other flavors, Jonathan?
Mainly just the mocha. Right now I have a peppermint mocha. And honestly, I can't. I have to pour like a gross amount to even taste the peppermint.
Sure. They're not.
Yeah, I don't know what it's made from.
Oh, it's kosher. You would know better than I do. It doesn't say that it's vegan.
I mean, it says
No, it's
sugar
a
free,
caramel.
so that's what I. That's all I look at.
No, I understand. I understand. we have a frequent. Sometimes take care of it.
Frequent vegan visitor. I'm going to tell him that's his designation.
Well, I think he was here. I think he left. Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I'm sending this link to my
Vegan
mother.
visitor.
Okay.
Yeah, I like this. I'll have to. I've never seen it in stores. Is it ever stores or you have to order it online?
Well, where I regularly like, my mom found them at TJ Maxx, like
Oh,
discounted for like $2
okay.
at TJ Maxx. It's like normally I just buy from Amazon, but every now and then my mom will go to TJ Maxx and be like, "I bought you some more skinny mocha, $200."
If it works, it works. We have someone here that's saying that it works. So. All right. Okay. So it's not liquid, right? So does it have like a? Does it have like a syrupy texture to it?
It's not really a syrup. It's more like it's just like
Good. All right. Yeah. Okay. I'll close the Warforged in Water link. I love
Wait,
it.
what?
I pulled up a Reddit, and this one person was like, "So you're okay with the idea of magically animated constructs who can talk and think and learn to love, but metal that doesn't rust seems unreasonable." And I was like, that's a good point.
That's what I was thinking. It's like, I can talk, I can read, I can dance, I can cast magic,
I mean,
I can get in some hot spring.
stainless steel does exist, so slightly magical, non-rust metal, that can't be that hard.
They are created through arcane rituals surrounding the creation forge. In other words, ... it's magic. You don't gotta explain
Yes.
shit.
I mean, it's kind of, I feel like it's kind of like the same thing, like dwarves. Dwarves start loud and go in water. Nope. They disintegrate.
They
No dwarves in water.
disintegrate. Dwarves aren't made out of metal, Jonathan.
No, they're made of dirt
Yes.
from the ground.
They just dissolve.
They're like dirt clumps.
This dwarf, this sizeism is killing me. Alright, ready to go back. In 3, 2, 1.
Meow.
Now we're back.
Okay.
I hit the button too late.
Wow.
Ah.
Wow. Of course.
I mean,
Okay.
at least I found the button. Anyways,
Mhm. Better
let's
late than never.
let's keep going on. Let's keep moving on, shall we?
Yes, yes.
Shall we? Let's.
I mean, Jonathan missed that entire exchange.
You just went,
Yeah.
hear no evil, see no evil.
Okay, let me get the music back so that way we had the nice, relaxing piano music, which I might change that actually because
Hot spring music.
Okay.
get some sleep time music going.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Michelle
Juniper's trapped.
fights with her hat and her sweatshirt and her headphones and
It's a sweatshirt
oh, I
mimic.
really hope. Okay. I was like,
Nope, no bands today.
I've been on that side before where I've taken off a sweatshirt with the shirt under it, and it's like, oh
What? What did I miss?
no, I was
I don't know.
worried. I was worried that
Okay.
the sweatshirt was going to bring something else with it.
No.
Okay,
Woman,
okay.
listen. Get out of here. I'm gonna get us all banned from
I
Twitch.
was getting ready to put up I was like, where I need to have a censorship bar on here somewhere
Yeah.
just in case.
Nice.
Back in the day, we used to have, like a parental advisory
Mm.
Oh yeah,
Thing.
Mhm.
I
that we
still
threw up
have.
before every
I
single.
have that in here, but we just haven't hit any. This isn't really
We
the
stopped
campaign
caring about
for
all the
it.
poor children.
This isn't the
watching us.
campaign for it, okay? I don't think we've hardly
No.
ever
I mean,
even cursed in this
Isn't
program.
all of Twitch? Never mind. Anyways, carry
Just
on.
ask Magic Daddy.
Back to the campaign, y'all.
Oh yeah, we're here for gaming.
So, John would, I was going to say Jonathan. John would take you, sets out some bedrolls for you to rest, so you can get settled in for the night. Let me just see here. Does anyone have anything that their character would want to do, before you go to sleep?
I think Junie would, brush out Blackberry after
Yes.
that incident,
Yes.
and then and then read her tattooing book until she fell asleep. Probably
Okay.
an hour.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably like 8 hours into reading that, or 6?
Yeah,
or
I would say
something?
so. She's getting a couple hours in.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Zavar, anything for you? I'm sorry.
I don't think so.
Okay.
We're no, I think I just make sure that my bottles are full, so that I don't have to worry about it in the morning. In case I wake up and I'm like, oh, I need a drink.
Okay. All right.
But otherwise, that's it. Yeah. Just settle in.
Okay. If you ask John, he would probably have some liquor stored away somewhere. Asleep?
I
Or
forget. Are we
Jonathan?
all like in separate rooms?
No, you're all in the same room. Like there's just some bedrolls laid out.
All right. Asleep will just stand in a corner where he can see everybody, and before he deactivates, he'll read his new book that he
Okay.
got from Lyric.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you it seems how long do you read for?
Let's how many hours of sleep is? Oh no, I changed the page. We'll say an hour.
Okay. I'll just make a note here. Secret note. Yeah. Okay. Anything for Tegan?
Nope. Tegan will probably just make himself very comfortable and fall into a trance.
Okay.
As soon as Tegan gets comfortable,
And yes.
you'll hear, hey, been a while. Maybe? Hidden Lisa dear. Strange things happening. Powerful stranger seems to be protecting city. Maybe worth checking out at some point.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
You'd recognize Gerbil's voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's from Gerbil.
Sorry. You'd feel the sending stone buzzing in your pocket.
Nice. Snooze. No sleep. No. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jarbo, thanks for the update. We'll try to get there. Found out interesting news about bugbears.
What?
Many missing. And that's about. I'm pretty sure I'm close to the limit. So.
Yeah. Okay.
I had to retype that thing like 5 times to get it under 25.
It's difficult. It's very difficult. All right. So as everyone settles in, goes to sleep, it's a nice peaceful night. Well, except for Asleep. Asleep's keeping watch over the group. Asleep, nothing happens. You'll hear some sounds from, well, let's see here. He probably would have put you bottom sectioned off, but it's a bit cold down there. So he'd probably put you upstairs in one of the like extra rooms, like Frank and Jonathan would know this is like the room where they kept Jocelyn before. And it has a fireplace in it that he'll keep going for you. But you'll hear John kind of moving around here and there at first for a few hours, and then things kind of go pretty quiet. And then in the morning, everyone wakes up. John will bring in like a cart with some like like breads and stuff. Lyric brought this over. Yeah? So you can enjoy before you head out. After John leaves and you're all kind of enjoying the food, Rhaenyra would kind of like, I had a strange dream last night. It was of the sea golem, the big protector at the Northern Crown. I just kept looking at me and felt uneasy. It was weird. But
Is it because you posed a threat to the Northern Crown?
Well, I should hope not asleep.
That would be bad.
Do you think I pose a threat to the Northern Crown?
No.
Oh, okay.
Rhaenyra, it's. Do you remember?
He eats a piece of bread.
Do you remember how well you protected us from that creature in the house just last night, just yesterday? You cast a really powerful spell, and I mean, that kind of thing always gives me nightmares. So, not that I've ever done anything nearly as amazing as that. But that kind of magic, it's gonna give you nightmares. I'm sure it doesn't mean you're a threat. And she just looks her to sleep.
As a wizard, I would think that I wouldn't need to be worried about magic or afraid of it.
Well, you don't have to put on a brave face for us. I'm sure you're fine. But we could ask someone.
The face that I always wear.
It's very brave. I'm sure Kazil agrees.
Thank you.
We could ask someone. We could ask someone back home if the golem is just staring off in the distance toward you. I bet he's fine. I bet he's just,
I will ask Mickey. You hear modem noises.
John, get off the phone.
Can I reach Mickey?
Asleep. How can I help?
Hello, Mickey.
Hello?
It has been a while, maybe. I don't know.
It's been over... For you, it's been over a year.
Yes. Is the golem protecting the Northern Crown acting weird?
I have not been outside, but I can check and
Thank you.
get back. Okay. He's in a cave and on a mountain, so you don't hear anything right away. Maybe if you're sitting here eating breakfast for like 15 minutes.
Asleep won't move until he's still just making the motor noises,
Okay.
head cocked. Just
At least Mickey's got a signal.
You'll hear after about 20 minutes, Asleep. And again, Asleep's just sitting there this whole time. John will even pass by the room at one point and be like, do you need it? Okay, I'll come back. Asleep, you'll hear after about 20 minutes of waiting. I just checked in with Nidrano, and he said that the creature is not acting strange. It is acting as usual. Should it be acting strange? What have you
I
done?
don't know. I have done nothing. I took a hot spring bath. Goodbye. Hang up.
Somewhere
Mickey.
we cut to Miki just standing there in this cave all by himself in this room and just like hot tub.
Imagine like startling everyone because he hasn't moved or done anything.
yeah.
From it.
Suddenly Asleep moves.
Mickey said that Nadrenal said that the creature known as the Sea Golem is not acting strange.
That's good news. Kazil, I'm sure, will be like, pat him on the back. See, lad, everything was fine. Nothing to worry about. All right.
No one else had a strange dream, did they?
No.
I didn't. Kazil will say. Inga will be like, and the other three will be like, no.
Okay.
I mean, I can tell you what I dreamt last night, but I'm not sure that it is relevant or of your interests.
You might want to keep that to yourself, lad.
Yeah, no.
Might want to.
I did everything I could not to dream about those
Yeah.
hot tubs.
Ooh, let's see here. How would she? Well, she'd probably just reach out. I will say that she'll reach out to Tegan. Yeah, so she'll reach out to Tegan. Tegan, in your head's gonna ring from all these messages you're getting. Hey, it's Athera. Wanted to check in. Heard from contacts. Underdark. Or it's just what's the Underdark? Chethrin has a prisoner, Dark Elf, feeding spirits to the Great One. Varys has several loyal to him in the city. That's it. Because they'll be like, Tegan, are you okay?
Yeah, got a message from Athera. At Sethrin, they have a dark elf being held captive. Varys is getting some forces together there, and they are continuing to feed mages / arcana mage power to the Great One.
Ah, great. That's good news. Glad to see nothing's changed.
That doesn't sound like good news to me.
No, it is not.
No, it's sarcasm, lad.
Oh,
Sorry. Sometimes forget.
sigh.
Oh, wow. Agnes will speak up. Did you have anything that you wanted to say back, Tegan? I could contact Athera mentally if you need me to. Can I speak up from drinking some tea?
Let them know if need be, we would be kind of in the area soon. If they think we could be of any assistance to the person being held prisoner.
Okay. Wait. You're going to be in Chathrin soon?
Well, we're going to be in Relesk, which is not too far from the Empire. I guess the race. What's the name? Racy Empire. Brisea Empire.
Okay. I will
Is
let her
Saffron
know.
underneath the Risea Empire?
Mm-hmm. Which is on it's to the
Okay.
west of Relesk.
Okay. Didn't know that. Good to know. Ooh. It's a good walk from Risk.
Yeah, it's not exactly next door, but it is
I
relatively
mean, it's on the same continent.
same hemisphere.
True.
Sort
Same
Same
plane.
plane. Yeah.
So Agnes will go quiet for a little bit and she'll look back up to you, Tegan. Farah says that she's not sure that there's an easy way into Chathrin from Rosea. But she will let you know.
Okay.
And she'll kind of settle back in, lean back and start drinking her tea again. Well, John will kind of come by after a few minutes. Poke his head in. Are we ready to go to Relesk? Do you need more time? Or is there something else that came up? I'm not pressuring you to go if you need to do something else, but just want to check in.
We may not want to go there now, but you wouldn't happen to have a means of getting us close to Sethrin?
No, I don't have any portals that lead to there. I'd have to at least go and see it, or at least study it. I could try to do some studying, but I'm not sure that it's... A lot of the Underdark cities under Osbergen aren't really that documented, but I can try. But I'd have to do some studying first. I know that isn't the Erebus Empire, I think, has an easy access to the Underdark. And there might be other places too. I can look, do some asking, if that'll help.
Yes, please.
Okay.
We may not need. I mean, we need to. Eventually, we may need to go there to fight. You know, Varys and how successful they are in bringing the Great One along. The battle may go to there. So we're going to need to know how to get there.
You would definitely, I'm sure the library has an easy way into it as well. But I'll do some research.
Oh, and there is an estate there that they're using as a temporary base. I guess in the Empire proper. We need some research on that.
I can try. Yeah. I doubt that it's documented anywhere.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing you don't put up on posters.
Zatara will speak up. I can show you where it's at in the city. I won't have access to the house anymore, but...
Oh, naturally. But no, knowing where that is, yeah, that will come in handy if we ever do get there.
Sure.
That'll be greatly appreciated.
Right. Anything else I can do?
No, you've done quite enough. I'm just trying to check my inventory. We have a sending stone to him, right? Yeah.
Sending stone to who?
To John.
I don't think we do.
You don't. He would easily.
I think we just always.
He'd probably have a set that he could give you, so he'd give you a sending stone to him.
Okay, I'll add it to the list.
That way you can easily contact me, because they'll be like, well, I do have send in too, but sure. Well, you ready to go?
I believe so. Everyone else ready?
Okay.
As good as we can get.
All right. Follow me. I'll take you to the office, and I'll get you to Relask. I've already let Adrian know that you're on your way, or this morning you'd be on your way. Trying to kind of look at Kazeel, and if your dad ever comes and asks about you again, I'll try to lead him in the right direction. I'll let you know. I'll reach out. Thank you. I appreciate it. And John will take you into the office and open the door to the portal. There you go. Until next time, I'm sure I'll see you again soon.
Yes, thank you again for all you've done.
Yeah, stop by any time that you need to access any of this. Or some good food. Well, sometimes good food. Alaric was a little off his game last night. All right?
That happens to all of us.
Yeah. He tries. Well, love him. Right. And everyone walks through the portal. John will just be kind of waving a goodbye, and you'll hear the door kind of shut. And you find yourself, let's see, up in the office of up in Adrian's office of the Relask Orphanage. The door will be open, and you'll kind of see a kind of head pop around. Oh, it was Adrian. Hey. Thought I would kind of stay up here in case y'all came through sometime. Welcome back.
Hello.
Good to be back.
Thank you, Adrian.
Yeah.
Allie got here safe and sound.
Yes. Ellie got here safe and sound. She's with the others in a class right now and knows to not be opening up portals for aberrations. John let me know that you helped with that. Thank you. She... yeah. Her and John have gotten close, and you know, she's very powerful and doesn't realize how powerful she is. So
She certainly has a lot of potential, but you've got your hands full.
yes. You try to wrangle a kid who can make themselves invisible and likes to open up portals to welcome aberrations into the material plane. It's a trial at best, but a joy most of the time. So,
Yeah, and I thought helping to keep the youths from jumping over the wall after midnight was tough. Yeah, that's a whole nother realm.
you're from an orphanage too?
I don't understand children.
You don't what?
I don't understand children.
Oh. Well,
You and me both.
I mean, I don't think anyone does asleep.
To a certain degree, you're not wrong.
So, what can I help you with?
Well, we're going to try to get a meeting with the mayor.
Okay. Can't help you there. But
I know, and
you know where they're at. So
yeah, and just, I mean, we're not expecting you to arrange a meeting or anything, but who should we? I guess we'll just go talk to the guards.
yeah.
suppose.
As far as I know, again, I haven't really met them myself, but as far as I know, let me. Did I put that in here yet? Give me 1 second. Oh, no, I did not. Let me actually call in one of my teachers who goes out a bit. Oh, yeah. Oth. He might be able to give you some more information. He'll kind of step out, just be right back, and come back about 5 minutes later with this very looks dwarven, just in their build, and also their ears kind of have a little bit of pointiness, but not the pointiness of elven ears. But is a bit tall. Is probably around like 5'5", so very tall for a dwarf. But still has the dwarven features. Very built. This kind of like long red beard, reddish blonde beard with his hair kind of up in a bun. And as he walks in the room, he has a couple of flowers kind of stuck in his beard. Little like daisies. Hi, yes? You're wanting to go to talk to the ruler, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can walk you over there. I've been over there before. Not really talking to her, but, talking to the guards and, just staying wise about things around town, but still not drawing attention to myself, I guess you should say. best way is to just talk to the guards, let them know that you want to speak to Miss Reyes. And she's pretty good about seeing people, so doesn't usually have that many stand-in appointments that I know of. So she might be able to get you in right away. Chat with you. Seems, besides the no magic thing, she seems pretty okay. But appearances can be deceiving, so just be careful.
Thank you.
Of course. Do you know where the building is? I mean, it's hard to miss. It's in the center of town.
Yes.
Okay. It's where the mayor's kind of always been of the city, so. All right. You all been here before, yeah?
Some of us have, some of us haven't.
Adrian will kind of just point to the people who've been there before, been in Relask before. Well, new rule in case you weren't aware, no use in magic, or you'll definitely be drawing attention to yourself. So, yeah, keep from that, and pretty much, and I wouldn't even speak of magic that much if you're talking to people. Not that they'll arrest you for that, but you'll draw attention to yourself. If you're talking about it too much, or talking about the support and the Roman mages that they got going around. Got it? Are you good? Do you need me to escort you, or no? Yes?
I'll look to the others. Everybody up? Yes, asleep?
Yeah.
You have something in your beard.
Ah, yes. The kids like to keep it decorated, so. But thank you. How does it look? Does the yellow match? I think the yellow goes really well with my beard color. So I told them to put the yellow ones in. What do you think?
I just thought you ate flowers and got it stuck in your beard.
Ah, well, I didn't eat flowers today, but you can eat flowers. Did you know that?
No.
Most. I mean, I would watch, maybe read, a book about poisonous plants. But most flowers you can eat. I'm not saying it's good eating, but it's not going to keep you going, keeping you alive. But it does taste good sometimes as a garnish for soups or on salads. Sometimes some flowers go good with some meats. Just a little garnish here, if you know what I mean. Do you know what I mean by garnish?
No.
Well. Kind of looks
But
at
I am
Adrian.
intrigued.
Adrian's like, Adrian, do we have we'll talk later, and maybe I'll give you a cooking lesson.
Okay.
Okay. He'll kind of give you a pat on the shoulder, and I'm going to go back to the, yeah, please.
You know what?
Yes.
Maybe you should come, since it's been a while since we've been here. Maybe you should come. Could you please just?
Wow.
It's been a while. Escort us to the middle of the city, to where the mayor's office, the ruler's office is.
Yeah, let's go. Let's
Thank you.
I'm gonna keep the flowers in my beard if that's okay with you. Look at you asleep. Is that fine?
Okay.
Okay.
The sleep's just still staring at the flowers.
All right. Let's go then. Major and be like, I'll be here when you're done, and if you get in any trouble, just don't.
Yep, we'll try not to bring any attention to the orphanage.
Since you're going out with them, could you kind of stay back, and I can do that? Absolutely.
I can handle a few people if I need to. Well, let's not. Edern's kind of like, let's try to avoid that. Right. Okay, let's go. And Oth will lead you out the door of the orphanage. You'll head down the steps and past some kids as they're running to and from class, hearing some loud squealing and voices as you walk through the halls and out the door, down the steps, and out into Relask. Just to give, we all been to no, Juniper and Zavar and Asleep have not been to Relask, right?
Nope.
So Relask, just a quick thing. I mean, Jonathan knows from Gerbil, but Relask is a kind of a circular city, and you can kind of tell this just looking out at the sky. There are these tall walls of like glass and metal that separate certain sections of the city. The buildings are very kind of Art Deco style, if you're aware of that. There's just a lot of metal, a lot of some glass, some metal, a little bit of stonework that has these interesting designs in them. But there's a lot of metal incorporated with the stonework to kind of give it kind of a almost like what we would consider a 1920s, 1930s feel of industrialism. Let's see here. Where's my map? Where's my information on Relask? Give me 1 second here. I've lost it. I've lost my information. That's not it. Okay, so this is not what I need. We're going in here. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, so y'all have about... I have a specific map of Relask somewhere here. Give me 1 second. So I can quickly pull this up. I forgot that I drew a map for it.
Yeah, I was trying to find it if I had saved it somewhere.
Until just this instant is when I remembered. So sorry, friends. Give me 1 second. Remembered. Forsaken. Okay, I need to see large icons so I can see what these are. Extra large icons? Why aren't any of you showing up? Okay. You know what? I wonder if it's under my maps. So sorry, viewers. Give me 1 second. Aha!
How dare you put a map?
Let me see if I can copy paste this for y'all in the Facebook group chat so you can see. Since some of you haven't seen this before, or some of you might have lost it. Is it gonna work? Yes. So I'm pasting this in the group chat. You'll have a kind of like just see what the city looks like from like a 3D perspective, and then you'll have like a bird's eye view of the map there. Okay. So y'all are about you pass a few blocks, you walk through this little kind of like treed in area that has some trees and bushes and walking paths, and to this center tower that kind of shoots up amongst shoots up above even like those metal walls that kind of like section off the city, metal and glass walls, and is about 3-4 times as like taller than any building in the city. The center tower is. It's right up there. And you'll pass several people kind of just going about the day there. This is early, kind of like early mid-morning, probably by the time you get out here. And yeah, you head over there. As you get to the center tower, the bottom part of the tower is mostly open. There are some pillars that kind of hold up, but it's a mostly like open, like first floor plan. There's a little desk in there, but there are also about 3 guards or 4 guards kind of at this bottom open area. And there seems to be like an elevator or a staircase or something that leads up the tower. As you approach and you get within probably like 30 feet of where the guards are, like before that they can really see that you're approaching them, Oth will stop and so you want to talk to them, those guards there. Tell them you're here to see the lady, and they should try to get you set in. I will wait around here. You got the little walking path with some nice trees right there, and I'll try to keep an eye on the tower. If you run into trouble and I see the guards rushing in, I'll try to get in myself. How's that sound?
Good.
Good. Hopefully it won't come to that. Hopefully we can talk our way in.
I would say that probably Ingot and Zetera and Agnes would probably have stayed behind at the house, the orphanage house.
But Ingot and Kazil, we're gonna have a moment.
I know. I don't want to. I can't. I'm not going to sit here and have a moment with myself on camera. So
Save that for the post stream. Patreon.com.
only, yeah.
That's for the Madbird only fans.
Oh.
And yeah, Oth will kind of like, kind of fade back a bit, leaving you to do what you need to do. So there's about 4 guards kind of in that circular area, stationed about evenly apart at the base of that tower.
How would you like me to act?
Let me change this music. It is the most saddest. Oh, so I guess Asleep's asking y'all, right? And you're not asking us already,
Yes.
kind of.
Yeah.
Well, no zone of truth. Start with that one. No.
Okay.
No magic. You know what that is. You know what your magic is. I would follow Kazil.
Like right behind him. Just like stand right behind Kazil's.
Make sure Kazil knows not to cast magic. And just keep reminding him.
Don't cast magic, Kazil.
Lad, I know. I'm not. I'll give you a look, Juniper.
Do you know?
I do, lad. I know not to cast magic.
Insight check.
Do you? Let me
12.
text Dan. Dan.
Are you gonna lie to your robot son?
Are you gonna lie? Are you gonna lie to your robot son? I
Again.
mean, I rolled an 18 for him, and I'm pretty sure Kazil's persuasion or
Is off the
whatever
charts.
is
Yeah.
off
Oh, it's
the
probably
freaking
gross.
charts. I believe he has a plus 12 or something on one of these. Like
Woof.
You
Wow.
didn't even do
the first roll is a
Inspiration.
Kazil insight check. That's true. We haven't done any rolls tonight.
Mm-mm. Yeah. I'm gonna have a hard time remembering not to magic. I haven't even used my sword in ages.
Hopefully, we won't have
Don't
any
use
reason
sword
to.
or magic.
No sword or magic. Oh, we just have to be. Oh,
Tourists.
tourists. Okay. Okay.
We must be boring and
Improvise.
safe. Hmm.
Safe. Okay.
Yeah, act casual.
Goodness.
So is there
I am good
there
at
something-
casual. Just like slouch, like
Oh,
Yeah, oh
Yeah,
boy.
just like-
Okay.
too casual, lad.
Mhm. Is there
"See the
something
Becketts."
I'm missing about the mayor? Did someone upset the mayor, the woman here? It really sounds like Adrian doesn't want anything to do with them. And what did you do, Tegan? You were here first. What did you all do last time you were here that now we can't talk to the mayor?
All right. So out of character, Tommy Wimey. What do we remember of what we did?
Ah.
Well, it's a different mayor in general, isn't it?
It's a
Right.
different mayor in general. You.
Okay. So the mayor last time was not the woman.
No.
Not this
You-
person.
Even with the
Ooh.
timey-wimey, I think it's a completely different person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a different
Well-
person. For sure.
Do we remember what we tried to do?
I'm not sure that you remember what you tried to do.
Oh no.
Honestly.
Okay.
I think the heist might be lost in the timey wimey because that had to
Okay.
do with
That's
Elizabeth.
why I
Oh.
wanted to check in. Yeah.
Wait,
Um,
But we
Give me-
still got the
give me one
device, 'cause
second.
that
No,
was
you're
John's
right.
device.
You're right. So you would have done
Yeah.
it to
This-
you.
That's how we met John.
You would have remembered. You would have remembered doing it, but it wouldn't have been. It wasn't. It was Mayor Dempsey was the person. Like, I mean, I know before y'all were doing the heist against Dempsey, but that was Elizabeth in disguise. This was an actual Mayor Dempsey, an actual like rotund mayor.
Oh, okay. So they were a real person.
Okay.
They were a real person. Yes.
Is this where you all made the too good fake time
Yes.
Yes.
device?
Correct.
Yes.
So we could be stealing the one we actually made. For all we know. We don't know. No, we don't, because what's her name told us when she gave us all the locations. She was like, I don't know about the one
Okay.
you guys made.
Yeah.
So never mind.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
because
but-
yeah, these were ones that were sanctioned with
So at the
So
Yeah,
we don't
the
even know if
very-
the mayor has a device, to be perfectly honest. So
so at the very least, you all don't know why Adrian won't talk to the mayor, and you're pretty sure that you've never met
Well-
this mayor before.
well,
or
the
John.
Oh,
Adrian.
in general, yeah.
Adrian in the orphanage is secret. It was
Yeah.
secret before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They want to keep a
because-
low profile. yeah.
because all the
Okay.
orphans are magical. It's like
Oh, okay,
Xavier's School for
School for
Mutants.
Youth.
It's
Okay.
like
Mhm.
it's secret.
Okay.
So-
I figured
yeah.
that part out now. Sorry.
because
Like,
even
why is
So that-
bad blood?
yeah.
Okay.
even before magic was outlawed in the city, there was still like in this area and kind of here in Osbergen, there was still kind of a very strong like magic should be controlled. So yeah, and I think they still look
Gross.
down on magic in Relesque before, but they didn't outlaw it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think I'm catching up.
Yeah.
So.
They're too busy throwing banquets for the great one who turned out to be John.
Ta-da!
Okay. Okay. So really we don't cast magic and so we don't get imprisoned, so we can't finish what we came here to do. Check. And
No prison.
we are here to find another time device and then send it back up through the little box to the
Right.
to the northern crown.
Yep.
And then find the next time device, which I'm sure we
Huh.
know where our
Yeah,
next objective
we have
is.
leads on where the next ones are. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody here that we should avoid? I mean, other than just library folks who probably here anyways, but there's no, Kazeel doesn't have a bunch of angry exes or wait, are you?
No, I don't have any X's up here.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, if you count Ingot.
okay.
Well, Ingot's glad Ingot's
Not
not
here.
an X. also.
Also, not-
Me and Ingrid
okay.
are still together, and he'll give you a wink.
Ah, okay.
This is also where we first met Kazil's dad.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, this
Someone,
is. Yeah.
someone needs to make sure Dan knows that happened this session too.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he'll just get lost and he'll never.
Like,
Yeah.
what? Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just she's gonna take her bottle out of her horn and kind of tuck it into her pocket and keep her hand on her sword, I guess. As a reminder not to use magic, but steal. Okay.
All
If you have
right.
any questions? Asleep? Ask.
Well, we need
Mm.
someone to lead this party. So who's
Tegan
going?
will approach the guards.
Okay. Like, don't make
Good
me.
day.
I'm not doing it.
No,
Yeah.
I know
Talk to your own
Kazil would
guards.
be a good one, but yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I'll
guard,
talk to the. Oh, yeah, you go ahead, Tegan. Never mind.
guard wolf.
I can talk to God.
Yes. Can I kind of look at the rest of you? Can I look back at you, Tegan? Can I help you?
Oh, yes. We're seeking a brief meeting with Miss Reyes.
Okay.
We're looking for a particular historical item that we were told might be here, and we were hoping to get Miss Reyes's assistance, maybe in helping us for the good of historical knowledge and stuff. To help us maybe see if we can find this item.
All right. He'll kind of pull out like a what do you even call them? Clipboard. Jesus. Pull out a clipboard. I was like, a checkboard? No. Pull out a clipboard.
Would you like to play some checkers?
And we'll just start like, okay. I'm adjust some glasses on his face. Okay, so you're here about a magical object. Are you citizens of Rilesk, or are you visitors?
Visitors.
Okay, visitors. Do you have any other business in the city besides this? You don't have to tell me what, just yes or no.
No.
Okay. Got it. I do want to advise you that you can't, if you haven't been told, you can't use magic in the city, but especially in this building. If even the whiff of magic will bring you in. All right, let me go and speak to
No
Miss
way.
Reyes, see if she has any time at the moment. Are you free now, or do you need me to check a certain time in her schedule?
No, as the moment of our first availability would be great. We're here
Okay.
now, so if she can accommodate us now, that would be great.
Okay. And just to let you know that if there's guards up there, and so when you do go and see Miss Reyes, any sign of starting to start anything will be taken care of very swiftly. So you're warned. I'll be back.
Oh, wouldn't dream of it.
And he'll turn and yeah. And we'll go towards the what looks like an elevator that will close, and we'll take him. You'll see another kind of guard standing at the bottom, kind of operating it. We'll kind of pull a lever, and he's gone probably about 15 minutes with the operation of the elevator back and forth. Is there anything you want to do in the meantime while you're waiting?
Be very observant.
Okay. Yeah, make a perception roll for anyone who wants to kind of look around.
Yeah. 13 for
Okay. Zavar, what did you
for
roll?
sleep.
If you rolled. If not, that's fine.
13.
Okay. Juniper, did you roll?
15.
Okay. And Tegan.
23.
Okay. Tegan. Which fits into who you are. You do kind of look around. You do see a very small peak of Oth, back in the garden. You would overhear a couple of the guards discussing something about a break-in, some thieving, that they didn't catch the person, and just kind of general disgust over. You kind of hear the comment like, "Not again." The guards are keeping a slightly close eye on you. Let's see if anyone else would be around here. That's probably about it. But you would overhear that conversation in that time period. So after about 15, 20 minutes, the guard will come back. You'll see the guard emerging from, the elevator and kind of walk over to you with a steady step. Okay, well, it seems like that she has time right now. I will escort you up, and again, there will always be one guard and watching. So, chin up and follow me. You'll kind of turn around swiftly and start walking towards the elevator. Does anyone do anything other than follow?
Asleep will extend his chin up.
Okay, perfect.
Because he said chin up.
Perfect. All right. You'll take you into the elevator, and you'll see the guard on the outside kind of pull a lever. The door will close, and you'll hear this kind of kind of pulling of chains and gears whirring as the elevator slowly goes up and up and up. You'll pass a couple of doors that could be stopped at and opened, but it seems like that, you tell the person they're operating the elevator and they're the ones that control the where you're going. And move up about a couple of minutes, and finally the elevator stops and the doors open, and you kind of let out into this kind of a foyer that kind of leads into a bigger office. Tegan, it's definitely a familiar space, right? Decorated definitely differently, a little less elaborate than you remember it. Decorations are more kind of minimalistic than it was with Dempsey. Dempsey had stuff just everywhere. As you step in, you'll also see that I don't know, did y'all ever find that hidden door in the bookcases?
I think
so.
we
It's been
did,
so
because
long
that was
ago.
the first clue that Dempsey wasn't who he was, because it was
Okay.
like a little girl's room.
Okay.
We
right.
were all very confused.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You would see that the wall to the right, I think, was you're walking in, that was that bookshelf that had the hidden door. It's now still shelving, but it's not built into the wall. It's just out. It just looks like just a regular wall. You would also notice, Tegan, especially with your perception check from before, that there are some pedestals behind the desk, like where the time device was before. You can't tell if the time device is in them just from where Reyes is standing right now, because she's kind of standing behind her desk. But it looks like there's completely different items in them than what you remember from before. But as you walk in and you kind of go through that foyer area, there's probably about 2 guards there as soon as you get off the elevator lift. And then as you enter into the office area with these big open windows that look out onto the city behind the desk that kind of go up to the ceiling, there are probably like 4 other guards in that room. So 6 guards total, 7 including the one that's staying with you that came with you from downstairs. And someone standing behind the desk. Mocha skin tone. This beautiful kind of like golden brown ringlets in their hair. And is wearing this kind of like white suit with this yellow sash. Oh, hi. Welcome. And she'll kind of motion to some seats there on the other side of the desk. Please, sit down. And she sits down as well. So,
thank you. Thank you for accommodating us.
yes. I hear that you're looking for something in particular.
A rather historical significant item that we've been looking for. And I'll give a brief description of what the time artifact looks like.
Got it. Yes, that was here, but it's not anymore. It was unfortunately stolen. Yes, I have no idea. You can ask any of the guards, and you kind of look around, and you see the guards kind of rolling their eyes. A little disgust on their face of like when she's like, you can ask the guards, One of the guards speaks up, because Reyes seems to kind of look at them, expecting them to say something. Yes, we were having a celebration outside, and unfortunately we didn't keep watch on the offices here. It was late. We thought it was fine. We thought one guard was downstairs watching the elevator, and he said that he was, but the next day we came in and the time device was gone. So Maria's kind of, there you go. I wish I had a different answer for you. It sounds like this artifact is important to you or relevant in some way, but I don't have it on me. And you can see, Tegan, that beyond her, she's like moved. You can see that the display case that did have the time device in it has something different in it now. Like,
All right.
well,
So, I was going to say rudimentary. I'm going to insight check.
okay.
Yeah, and also, I'm going to lean over to Tegan. First of all, you said that you described the device. You didn't actually use words, but you just said, I described the device, right? That's what you said?
Yeah.
Did we ever call it a time device out loud to Ms. Reyes?
No, I said a historical,
And
an artifact of historical significance.
Yeah, so then if I was like, you did not call it a time device, would she have known that from my description?
Probably not, but I'm going to get to that.
Okay. Excuse me. Something in my throat. Let me take a drink.
Yes.
All right, I rolled a 24 for insight check.
oh,
She is telling the truth.
Okay.
then I won't roll either.
Yeah, Tegan will sort of clear his throat, and
What was that?
what?
Huh?
I heard something in the hallway. What did you
Yeah.
do, Michelle?
Cat.
I heard it. I was like, wait a minute. Everyone in the house was here. I'm sorry, Frank. Go ahead. I got distracted.
How long ago was this? That was really unfortunate.
Yes. It was a few weeks ago, I believe. Wasn't that long. Sorry, I can tell that you were hoping to find it here, and I mean, I didn't know much about it. Dempsey, the other mayor, that you may have met before when you were here, said that it was a gift to him or some sort, said that he had someone look at it and do a bit of magic on it that I found out that it had something to do with time or time magic. I was a little wary of it, honestly, and I had considered selling it, but it didn't seem to pose a threat. I had a mage that I know of and trust sweep the room when I first came in, and they, of course, got some magic off of it, but didn't really think that it seemed relevant, but maybe they were wrong.
Tegan's gonna sort of like in front of Ms. Reyes, giving like a side eye to the guards, like almost insinuating, is it safe to talk?
Huh. I mean, I can lessen the amount of guards, but I cannot dismiss them altogether. I hope you understand.
What I am going to say to you is of utmost importance.
I tell you what, please, just leave 2 here. It's fine. Just wait outside, and she's talking to the guards. And just leave 2 behind. It's fine. I don't sense, but just stay close. And they leave. Gives them a couple minutes and kind of looks at you. Okay, please speak.
So that we better understand each other,
Yes.
why have you taken the path of banning magic here in Burlesque?
Oh. Well, I don't know if you've talked to anyone, but I made it pretty open with people here. But I'm from a pretty magic infused demiplane, we'll say. And my hometown was affected, the town that I ruled was affected by magic. Affected by someone, a group that had a lot of magic. And they used it and destroyed my town. And almost destroyed everyone in it. I barely escaped. And that's why. Oh, well, and then, time led me here. I knew the Dempsey family. I knew that they had died. They were looking for a successor to the mayor position. I came through in my hat. The town voted on me. I'm here by rightful right. And then these mages started popping up, and it bared too much resemblance. So I decided that no magic was best. And if people couldn't live with it, then they could go and live somewhere else.
Ms. Mayor, if you would not take offense, where did this happen? Where were you a ruler at the time?
It was a city called Cord, in a province called Rakoth, in a demiplane. And I'm not sure you might, they now have portals there, I hear, and they're having some kind of ridiculous fair this year. Tim Glimt, I swear I'm from.
Oh.
We've just come from Demglimt.
We have traveled to several areas in there.
I'll have, why don't all of you, since it sleeps on a network, make an intelligence check, please.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Sleep's best stat.
Intelligence
in town.
check, right? Not a saving throw. Right?
Correct,
Mhm.
yes.
Highest roll tonight.
Zavar, what did you roll?
Oh.
So bad.
14.
14. And Juniper?
7.
7. And Tegan?
11.
11. And Asleep?
13.
13. What did you roll, Zavar? 14?
14.
Okay. I will
That's pretty
say,
sad.
Zavar, since you rolled the highest. Oh, did you go
Wow.
through? Did you go through Rakoth with the group?
Yeah, we went through the desert. We called the Rakoth Desert.
Well, no, but
Mhm.
was Zavar there during that time? He was. You were right because
Yeah, he
they
was.
went
Yeah, he
to
met us in the altar at the first. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
So
share the lizard.
We rode the lizards.
Zavar,
Me and Gerbil.
Zavar, you remember that you've heard a few people in Dimglimp talk about that there used to be a town, a city, in Rakoth. But you know that when you rolled through it, and the group rode through it, that it was completely barren. It was a desert. But you had heard people say that there used to be a town there, and I believe that I even pointed out some remains of a town, like towards closer to the Estesa, the library. Yes.
Yeah, wasn't that where we... Sorry.
My city was there one day, and the next, well, it was like the sky went to the city more than the ground did.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Yes.
Yeah. It,
Yes.
I think it's happening a little bit more often than it should.
That's what I've heard
Yeah.
back from home.
Yeah.
Speaking
I escaped with a few other people, but most were lost.
Keegan will stand up, sort of straighten out his clothes and his cloak that he's wearing. Offer his hand. Allow me a more proper introduction. My name is Tegan, and we are with a group called the Torchlight Committee. We are here seeking to end the library.
I think that's an excellent place to end it for tonight.
No.
That's
Yeah.
a player got to end
That's
the session. I
perfect.
love it.
Yeah.
I love
perfect.
it.
It's a
Yeah.
It is perfect.
Ending.
Nice job.
Um,
Very nice.
yeah, she definitely would have looked at you with a little bit of a respect as you were talking. Yeah, and
Nice
where
reveal, Tegan.
that's where we'll end the session for tonight. All right. Thank you so much, players. Thank you so much, viewers, for being here. If anyone is still left over from the Girls Run the World, I keep on saying podcast. I think because it sounds like a podcast name. But
Yeah.
Twitch channel, thank you so much for the raid. We appreciate you. And for anyone else helping by, Jazzman, Coffee Man, it's Orbit. I love
Yeah,
it.
poor Eats
Thank
Orbit
you.
just showed up. Bad timing.
Wavy Lines, welcome. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's Orbit. Well, you can catch us every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on Mapbird Streams. Let me throw up our schedule really quick here. And that's the old schedule. Stephanie, do you have the new schedule? Of course you
It's
don't.
always the old schedule.
It's always the old schedule. You know what? Give me
That's okay.
You'll 2
You'll just kill my
seconds.
character for that.
Give me 2 seconds, and I'll try to find the new one here. Here we go.
And in those 2 seconds, you know what you guys can check
Already
out?
done.
Patreon.com/Mattbird.
Yeah, we have a
Yes.
Patreon, so you can always check that out. There we go. There's the link. Thank you so much, Michelle.
Mhm.
But yeah, so you've been watching The Forsaken, which is
Okay.
every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We have the Penumbra Assembly on Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time as well. It's in its final episode, so it's either going to be this week or next week. Probably that it'll be the end of the first season. And then we'll have a second season here starting at beginning of the year. Yeah, February, somewhere around there. We also have another campaign on Tuesday nights. It'll start up towards the end of this month in November at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesdays called Sundered Fate that Dan will be DMing, who's the runner of the channel. We have Saturday D&D in Extremis at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Sunday we have Obsidian Scar at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And we have more D&D on the way, even beyond the Tuesday campaign. So, and I'm talking to the camera like y'all can see me, but I don't have the schedule up. There we are. Okay. Yeah, thank y'all so much. We appreciate you. And I don't have Dan here to look up someone that we can raid over to, since we got a few people in the chat here. So sorry about that. And let's see here. Oh, you know who is live? Is Behold. Oh, sorry. Commercial for Twitch that just loves to just pop in there. Is Behold Roleplay. Hopefully they are not signing off as well. I can't tell because, again, Twitch commercial.
We shall behold.
Behold Roleplay. But thank y'all again. Have a wonderful rest of your night. We'll see you next time. And yeah, give a caw-caw in the chat when you get over there. Yeah. All right. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
All right.